Dear students, today we'll discuss writing of hypothesis and finding critical value for large sample test for proportion and population, that is equality of proportion for two populations and equality of means for two populations. So when two populations are given, we assume that both populations means or proportions both are equal. So if we take average marks of one college with that of average marks of another college, we assume that both college average marks are same. Or if we take the example of proportion, so proportion, out of total students, how many students passed? So passing proportion of one college is equal to that of passing proportion of another college. So like that here, the question may come in different ways. So what kind of questions may come? So before going to the question, first I'll write the null hypothesis. So as I said in the last class, in my previous video, that proportion or mean or whatever it may be, always null hypothesis assumes that so mean or proportion or standard deviation or variance is equal to certain value. Always it is equal to certain value. So here also null hypothesis H0. There is no significant or significance difference in the average or passing proportion so we assume it is equal. If a question is asked, is there any significant difference? Then the alternative hypothesis will be there is a significant difference. Okay, so here if it is mean, we write mu1 is equal to mu2. We assume that both population mu is equal. If it is belongs to proportion, then we write P1 equal to P2 is equal to P. So here is equal to mu. So both populations mean is equal to the standard population's mean, and both population proportion is equal to the standard population's proportion. So it is equal. And alternative hypothesis, when the question is like, is there any significant difference between the mean of both the population, or is there any significant difference between the proportion of both the population? Then we write there is no significant, there is H0 is there is no significance difference. H1 is there is a significance difference between mean or average, whatever may be, average marks, average height, average passing proportion, passing, or whatever data is given. So average, between average or proportion of both the populations. So here we write P1 is not equal to P2 or mu1 is not equal to mu2. So both we assume mean is not equal. If proportion is given, proportion is not equal. Okay. Then if the question is asked, can it be assumed that, or at the 5% level of significance, can we conclude that the mean height or marks or whatever is less than mean marks of another population? Okay, so then H1 alternative hypothesis will be the mean marks, mean dash I'll write mean or proportion both. So mean marks or height or whatever of population A is less than population B. Then we write mu1 is less than mu2. Then it is a lower tail test. Then H1 here, how do we write? We can write in the same way, there is no significant difference, or we may write the mean marks or mean height or mean weight or mean whatever is of both the population A and population B are same. So either we can write there is no significant difference, or also we can write both are same. And here we write it is less than. If proportion is given, the proportion of population A is less than proportion of population B. So then we write here P1 is less than P2. And second one, another type of question, that is the mean height of the students of college A is greater than, or the performance of college A is better than college B. The passing proportion of college A is better than college B. There is a problem in the book. It gives two different time period, two different populations when they study. So one is better than another. A patient, after giving a medicine, what happens to him? Or people who go for yoga classes, yoga therapy, and who don't go for yoga therapy. So who is better? Who is BP is better here? So like such question may be asked here. Then which comes less, which comes more, that we should understand here. So there is a question in the textbook regarding cricket match viewers. So in two different periods, 2011 they studied the proportion of cricket match viewers is 74%. And in 2013 again they studied, and there the percentage of cricket match viewers is 80%. So can we conclude that in 2013 the proportion of cricket viewers is increased? So 2013 population B is increased, means population 1, earlier population is decreased, is less. Then it comes in less than. So while writing alternative hypothesis, here we should give extra care. Otherwise, if we make mistake in writing alternative hypothesis, then our answer will give wrong conclusion. Because, so always we assume that P is less than P2. So, if question is asked, in that example 2013, cricket viewers are more than 2011. So by mistakenly if you write that P1 is greater than P2, then it's the wrong interpretation. So in such questions we should observe and read it carefully, and we have to mark the alternative hypothesis, whether it is left tail or right tail. Okay, so in such question the mean of population A is more than population B. So mu1 is greater than mu2, or P1 is greater than P2. Okay, in the next chapter, that is the T test, there even for single population, for the same population we give certain treatment and we analyze there. So there it is a big hectic to identify and to write alternative hypothesis. Maximum mistakes students do there. But in the confusion, instead of writing less than, they write more than. Instead of writing more than, they write less than. So before, after question will come. So we will discuss that there again. So in this chapter, large sample test. So in especially in two populations mean or two populations proportion, students should give instant care there. Okay. Now again the part that is identifying the level of significance, table value. Okay, 1%, 5%. So 1% table values 2.58, 2.33, 1%, 1.96, 1.65. So if the quotient is not equal to, the alternate hypothesis is not equal to, then it is two-tailed and our diagram shows both the side. 1.96 or 2.58. If it is a lower tail, left tail, then our diagram shows left side. This is the critical region. Okay, and if it is shows greater than sign, then it is upper tail or right tail, and our diagram will be like this. Towards right there is a critical region and left side is a acceptance region, and this diagram is important here. So once we make mistake in marking the critical region, we give wrong conclusion. First we can make mistakes here. Secondly, we can make mistake in the marking the critical region. So most of the student I observe, for even single tail test, they write one tail test, but they mark both the side. So that is wrong. One tail test means only one side we have a critical region. Other side it is totally acceptance region. Here, so this is the critical region. Beyond this area, this side it is the acceptance region. And here, this part is critical region, and from this point to here, it is a acceptance region. So we have to mark it carefully. And at the end we have to write at 1% or 5%, whatever they have given, 5% level of significance, critical values are, or for one tail test, critical value is either it is positive or negative. That we have to mention here. Plus 1.65 or minus 1.65 or plus 2.33 or minus 2.33. So that should be clearly mentioned. And by marking that answer in the diagram here, in the graph, so then write as Z calculation lies in the either acceptance region or critical region. Where it lies? If it lies in the acceptance region, accept H naught. If it lies in the critical region, reject H naught. So that's what we write here. So if it lies in the acceptance region, accept H naught, or since Z calculation lies in the rejection region or critical region, reject H naught. When we reject H naught, it means accept H1. So when we H naught is accepted, we write there is no significant difference, or population A and population B both means are equal. If H1 is accepted, so then what point we have given here, whether it is not equal or it is less than or it is more than what we have written in H1 part, that should be written in a conclusion part, and conclusion is must here. Conclusion must be written. Okay.